Thank you, thank you, thank you, Ms. Torres.
Back, we're now going to cover the Lorraine City Council 5th Ward, which has Ms. Moon as the incumbent, being challenged by two candidates, Ms. Gonzalez, Ms. Sabrina Gonzalez, and Mr. Matthew Stead. So we're going to begin with opening statements. Welcome, and we'll start with Ms. Gonzalez.
Hello, my name is Sabrina Gonzalez. I was born and raised in the 5th Ward, along with my whole family. Grandparents came over from Puerto Rico in the late 1940s, work at the steel mill, and from there, my family has grown and mostly stayed in the 5th and 6th Wards. I have cousins, aunts, uncles, parents, my son, all living in the 5th and 6th Wards. We are Southside strong for sure. That is one of the reasons why I am running. Other than I feel a calling, I feel that what's going on in the state of the country is scary. And instead of being scared, I feel like it's time for me to jump up, do something, and get involved. It's time to get involved. It's time for me to try and make a community out of my community, bring us all together, and figure out what we can do so that we're not scared if things get taken away from us that we're used to depending on, and learn to depend on each other.
Ms. Moon, your opening statement?
Well, good evening. Thank you, Chip, for inviting me here tonight. My name is Joanne Moon. I've been 5th Ward councilperson since 2016. During my time, I've accomplished many improvements, and in my ward, I help with the management of the city of Lorraine. My civic duties include working in Lorraine City Auditor's Office, working at Lorraine Board of Election, and working for Lorraine City School. As you can see, I'm very involved.
Thank you, Ms. Moon. Mr. Stead, your opening statement, sir.
I'd like to thank Chip for allowing me to introduce myself. My name is Matthew Stead. I was born at St. Joseph's Hospital, grew up in LaGrange, graduated from Keystone. I was the first to graduate Labor's Local 758 in Lorraine in the newly implemented apprenticeship program. I traveled for work for 5 years, have covered more than 3/4 of the country. Then moved back to Ward 5 8 years ago. My family has been invested in Lorraine since the late 1950s, and I'm looking to carry the torch. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Stead. Now we're going to move to question 5. Ms. Moon, the question is, if re-elected, how do you hope to contribute to Lorraine's economic development? If you already hold office, how have you contributed to Lorraine's economic development?
Well, in my ward, I have new business coming in, and I also have people that come into my ward to rehab homes. So they are also hiring people. But I feel we have to all work together and keep them in Lorraine, because a lot of them come here and they leave us. But as a council person, I have been out talking to different people to come in, and I have several friends that have business in downtown Lorraine.
Thank you, Ms. Moon. Mr. Stead, if elected, how do you hope to contribute to Lorraine's economic development? If you already hold office, how have you contributed to Lorraine's economic development?
Well, with or without the council seat, I'm looking to rehabilitate abandoned homes and build new, modest, affordable ranch homes on the vacant lots in Lorraine, while offering land contract opportunities where a mortgage might not be available, putting ownership back into the people living in the house. They tend to take care of the aesthetics, improving property values, offering a chance to establish generational wealth. Also, that being said, I would also try to look into bringing any kind of grocery store chains or anything we can into the 5th Ward where there's a food desert. And I think being able to have that kind of stability would help any way we could. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Stead. Ms. Gonzalez, the same question.
First things first, we need to clean up the city. There is garbage, literal garbage, all over the Fifth Ward. And it doesn't mean that we're all littering. Garbage cans fall over, it is very windy, but then the garbage stays there, clogs up the sewer systems and the ditches. Then the streets flood, and then we have more problems. So first things first, clean it up. Address the vacant properties. Education is a big deal. If you want good, high-paying jobs to come in, the people have to be educated, and we have the resources in Lorraine. We have the resources. A big problem is that people don't know what they are. So creating a connection between the college, the high school, the elementary schools, the preschools, and the people would be a very strong point to make sure that when a business does come here, we can say, we've got the people ready for you. All you have to do is bring yourself, and we can fill those seats.
Thank you. And for your second question, we're going to start with you, Mr. Stead. It's going to be question number 2 on your sheet. What are the current issues within your ward that prompted you to run for this office?
Well, the lack of resources for the homeless, along with a large number of individuals falling into that category. The lack of accountability held for out-of-area, out-of-state landlords neglecting their investment. And that was pretty much it.
Thank you. Ms. Gonzalez, the same question.
The biggest thing for all of us is always going to be the potholes and the broken sidewalks and the out street lights and the people speeding down the street, all the businesses that are closed that either need to be knocked over or emptied out and be renovated and available to people to start new businesses. That is what prompted me. There's a lot of change that needs to be made. There are a lot of things that need to be addressed that I think are simple at this point. We know what they are. We just have to do it. And it's a matter of getting it done and attracting the new businesses in.
Thank you. And Ms. Moon, same question. What are the current issues within your ward that prompted you to run for re-election for this office?
I grew up in the Fifth Ward, and I live in the house that I grew up in, but it's the homeless. But we have made progress in the homeless. We have, the Haven House had 64 beds. Now we're up to 80 beds. And we have a new program that's coming into the ward, which is HUD, which is really good. And we're also going to have South Garden, which will have 112 ward housing, and we will also have a new park that they just broke ground for.
Thank you. All right, for your third question, you guys have talked now about the issues and what you hope to accomplish. Now let's talk a little bit about you. If elected, what attributes do you bring to your elected position, and how would you utilize these attributes or skills to meet the needs of the citizens in your ward? And we're going to begin with Ms. Gonzalez.
Well, from 2015 to 2019, I managed a group of artists that was completely new to me, but I quickly had to learn how to read and write legal contracts to, one, get people out of their contracts so they can come over with me, and to be able to write a good, fair contract. So I understand legal jargon from that perspective. Also, during the pandemic, I worked for the Department of Unemployment. I had to learn how to read and interpret legislation and regulations for those types of laws. And now I am an insurance agent, a licensed insurance agent, licensed in all 51 states. Washington, D.C. is the 51st. They have their own rules, and you have to understand how to read and interpret all of the legislation, all of the regulations in every single one of those places. So I would have a great understanding right off the bat to make sure we're not writing laws that are going to hurt us more than help us.
Thank you. Ms. Moon, your attributes and skills and how you would use them.
I will, first of all, the voting record in the Fifth Ward is pretty sad. 2015, 282 people. 2023, 285 people out of 4,495 registered voters. I've been trying to get out, do absentees, and explain to them how important voting is. You have a voice. Use your voice. Come out and vote. Let's make this Fifth Ward look good, because I'm tired of hearing we don't vote in that ward.
Thank you, Ms. Moon. Mr. Stead, same question?
Well, with 10-plus years in construction management, I know what it takes to bring people of all backgrounds and abilities together, from the new guy on the job to the general contractor of the project. And I'm froze. Go ahead.
It's okay.
Thank
It's
you.
okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
That was my second time.
It's
All
okay.
right, so we're going to go ahead and move into closing statements. You will each get 1 minute, and Ms. Moon, we'll start with you.
Well, thank you, Chip, and thank you, audience, for being here, residents. Opportunity to share with you this evening. If you have any questions, you may, discuss them with me. As a Fifth Ward person, I am here for you and the community. I promise to continue to be positive and influence in Lorraine, Ohio, and to support the improvement in Ward 5. Please remember me on May 6, 2025, Joanne Moon, re-elect her.
Thank you, Ms. Moon. Mr. Stead, your 1 minute closing remark.
Thank you. Thank you for allowing me to share some of my stances on the issues affecting the Fifth Ward and Lorraine as a whole. I'm honored to be on the ballot representing the Fifth Ward. That being said, May 6th, vote for Matthew Stead. Thank you.
Thank you. And Ms. Gonzalez, your closing remarks.
I'm ready. I'm ready to get to work. When I made this decision to run, I forgot about the whole part where I have to actually campaign and get everyone's votes. I was like, yeah, I'm ready to just get to work. I'm ready to make some change. I'm ready to make some, meet some new neighbors. I'm ready to make some new connections, bring some new things in, brighten up everything, make sure that we're all taking care of each other the way we were always meant to. I'm ready, and thank you for providing this opportunity for me to speak, because I definitely didn't thank you in the beginning, but thank you now, because public speaking is hard, and so I probably wouldn't have just jumped out. Speaking of that, I do have an event this Sunday at the South Branch Library where I'm inviting the Fifth Ward to come. Let me know what kind of changes they want to see in our ward, what they want to be stopped, what they need to come in. I have my own ideas, but I don't want to push all my bright ideas on everybody else. What do you want? I want to make that happen.
All right, thank you. And that concludes the Lorraine City Council Fifth Ward, and we're going to take a quick break as we transition into Lorraine Municipal Court Judge race.
Good job.
We want to welcome everybody.